Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the What the Football channel. This is the BH and Scrubber Show. And on today's show, we're going to be covering that great win we had against the New York Football Giants. I thought it was a great game. It was fun. Went back and forth a lot. I thought that was cool. Uh, all three parts of the game were played: the offense, the defense, and the special teams. We came out on top, a little squishy at the end there, but we pulled it off. So it was a great game. What'd you think about it, BH?
Yeah, it was nice just to get a win. I mean, I know it was just the Giants, but
Hmm?
those are games you can lose. We always talk about it, man. The people in your division, for some reason,
Yeah.
teams rise up at the end of the year with nothing to play for. They want to wreck your team. So, yeah, I mean, I thought it was really good. Thought the D played pretty strong. I liked it. I thought that I was kind of surprised, like Duran kind of disappeared. He just sort of wasn't around. I don't know. There was no injury designation for the guy, but that's okay because Javon Kinlaw played really good.
Hmm.
I think our sub man, Antonio Hamilton Sr., was like
Hmm.
all world, man. I think he was our highest rated PFF guy of
Yeah.
anyone,
Yep.
and that's hard to do when you play almost every snap.
Yep.
Because Goy, you get dinged on PFF. You might have a pretty good game. You have two negative plays, and all of a sudden you got a 60 or a 58. So, they're hard ass. But I saw him. He seemed real. Um, he was really a positive looking player. He was smiling
Mhm.
a lot, making play when he make a play on the ball. He wasn't. He wasn't taunting the other team, but he was jacked up, and he seemed like he was having a good time. He was super active, good tackling. So, I
Hmm.
mean, if someone had said, "Oh man, later in the season we'll be, starting Antonio Hamilton Sr.," I'd think you're out of your mind, man. But he played pretty good. Offensively, Terry looked good. Larry Tunsil on the offensive line, and Brandon Coleman was out there,
Hmm.
doing good. I mean, for the time he was in. Um, so yeah, it was nothing special. I was a little disappointed. I thought Ben Sinnott might get more. I mean, he had one catch. It was 36 yards. It was
Yeah, it was
pretty
a big one.
cool. Yeah, it was a nice play. But other than that, it was like, man, I was kind of hoping for a team that sometimes can target. I know it was mostly Zach Ertz, but when you're targeting your tight end 7 to 12 times a game, I thought Ben Sinnott might get more.
Right.
Yeah, but he didn't.
Or even
But
Bates. I don't even think Bates got too much either, did he?
yeah, because they're just keep him. I think Bates is just settled as inline blocker and then surprise receiver. They'll find a play to sneak him out because they use him to block so much. He fools them. You
Yeah.
know, 3rd and 3, and all of a sudden he just floats out in the flat. No one's expecting it. We need that. We really need that Sinnott to step up. We need that move tight end, man. I mean, everyone's got to have one, man. Look at all these teams out there. So
Yeah.
anyway, it'd be nice. We'll talk about it more later in the week when we do the preview show. But guys like that, we're going to be looking at guys that really got to step up in these last three
Hmm.
games. So it was great to see that one play. He did really good. So
Hmm.
everyone did fair. Everyone was well. But of course, there has to be a little bit of bad news. Noah Brown is on IR with yet another different injury. I mean, boy, Noah Brown gets he's had every injury in the book, man. So I pretty much think that's going to be the end of Noah Brown.
He's done.
Another hole to fix, and we'll talk about that later. So
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, anything else that you think or you wanted to say about the game?
As far as like on the offensive side, I thought they did pretty good. They had some good multi-play drives and some good explosive plays, you could say. Terry McLaurin
Yep.
had that one, I think it was 51 yards, and they should have tackled him right there at the 2 or the 3, and he just kind of spun out and got in. Noah
Yeah.
Brown actually, for what Noah Brown could do, I think he caught one for like 28.
Yeah.
The Ben Sinnott one was good. I think Ben Sinnott does a lot of blocking like a fullback. seemed to be his role. I
Yeah.
think Yankoff got hurt.
Oh.
Yeah, I think he hurt his ankle. So I don't know if
Oh,
he's
okay.
coming back because we brought a guy in and put him on G Scott,
G.
GE,
Scott G. Scott Jr.
yeah, G Scott Jr. So he's on the, if Yankoff can't make it, gonna pull him up probably. And then of
Yeah.
course, because Noah's out, we brought back Chris Moore. So he's
Yeah.
like a yo-yo up and down. They throw him off the team, they bring him back on the practice squad, they put him on the roster, they put him back on the practice squad, they kick him off the practice squad and bring him back. And but he keeps coming back, so hopefully he'll be able to do something for us. But I thought Bill did a great job. I thought the O-line did a great job blocking for him. He had that 116-yard touchdown. That was a monster hole he ran through. It was huge. You could have drove a truck through it. So
Yeah.
he did the rest at the end. They tried to stop him about the
Yeah.
5 yard line, but he powered through. So that was good. I liked all that. Um, as far as the defensive side, like you said, Antonio Hamilton Sr. was in on everything. A couple
Yeah.
passes defended, lots of tackles. He was actually when Jalen Lane scored that touchdown, that punt touchdown. He was the first one there. Like you said, he was super happy and he was jumping up and down, and he was the first one to congratulate Jalen Lane. It looked like to me.
Yeah.
So
Which was
uh,
an awesome return. Second
yeah,
punt return. That's
yeah,
good. Yeah.
yeah,
Like you said, man, the arrow's pointing up for Jalen. He's just a rookie. But
yeah.
when you that's a second punt return, that's pretty good
Yeah, for a touchdown, second punt return for a
for
touchdown.
for a TD. Yeah.
And then earlier he had like a 20-yard return, which set us up in good field position. So we'll stay on special teams because it was a three-way effort there. I thought Tress Way had some good punts, three of them inside the 20. That one was 55 yards, and I think they tackled him for another -3 or
Yeah.
something. And so that was great. We can always trust him. Uh, the only drawback to the special teams was Moody doinking the extra
Yeah.
point, and then on the kickoff, kicking it out of bounds. That's a classic Matt Gay. Matt Gay did that shit. That'll get you off the fucking team. At
Yeah.
least it wasn't as bad as Young Wei Koo
Oof.
for the
Yeah.
Giants. Oh my God, he just
Yeah.
shit the bed.
It was pretty windy out there,
It
but
was.
no excuse for an extra point. Now did Moody miss a field goal?
No, he made all
No.
his field goals, but he
Yeah,
missed the
okay.
extra point. I
But
think
yeah,
he
okay.
doinked it. I'm not sure.
Yeah. And
So
yeah, so yeah, but no excuse. And then kicking out of bounds is one of the dumbest
yeah,
unforced errors out there.
the other
Did
team gets it on the 40.
Yeah, I mean
Well, they
it's
get it
yeah,
25 yards from where you kick off.
right.
You have to make that distinction. So,
Sure. Which is probably 98% of the time,
hmm, yeah,
you don't get those ones where someone had a personal foul and then you get to just kick it out. But yeah, I think the one thing I wanted to say about that, and I didn't get, I'm going to go back and look a little more, um, maybe look at some all 22. We always talk about when you talk about Bill's run, right? And the hole was a mile wide. We always watch other teams and go, why are other teams, and not just against when we, watch other games. I watch running backs running through holes like a freaking house, man. Like, we talked about that last week.
yeah,
Why is it our guys go in and just ram right into the ass of one of the
yeah,
offensive linemen or come in and there's a half an inch hole, they turn sideways and the linebacker hits them, that it's sort of that the power blocking scheme where you
right.
identify a gap and that's where you run to because the O line is set up to move and separate and create that gap.
Hmm, hmm,
Well, when he ran, that was a pure, um, what is that called? Stretch blocking
yeah.
scheme that they did, and all he
Everybody
did,
push to the
yeah.
left.
And the great way to that is you have a choice. Is you run with it, run, and wait for an opening, a hole, and you go, or as they go, you do the cutback, which is what
Yeah.
he did.
Hmm.
And so I'm thinking, why? I mean, why haven't we? Why don't we just run that zone blocking scheme more, just
Yeah.
just because I just feel like we're as good as our guys are. Maybe they're not built for a power blocking scheme, and I get you got to do both, and you mix
Hmm.
them in. But that was one of the few times I ever seen a guy just run right through and go. And
Yep.
so I don't know. Maybe we could see a little bit more of that in the run game. Just do some zone blocking and kind of let Bill. I mean, Bill knew what to do. He
Yep.
followed those blocks, and at the last minute, he knew he just cut back. He knew there's a time where you bail and then you go. So anyway,
Yep.
as far as you were talking about, yeah. So I'm wondering though if I mean, well, Gee Scott, if he's going to be, is there anyone else on the roster who'd be that number three tight end? I mean, he's been signed to the practice squad. So if Yankoff can't go, I think we need a third tight end.
Right. I don't
So,
think we have anybody else on the practice squad that is a
wow.
tight end
Well,
that I
they might,
know
yeah, they might bring him up and let him play maybe a little more special teams.
of. Hmm.
Maybe do more special teams work because if Sinnott is
Bates.
Bates are going to be playing, a ton of downs. Maybe he'll break them up. It looks like, well, good news, bad news. Jonathan Darius Rush hurt his groin, the cornerback. Man, we give these guys a chance, man. And next thing you know, so yeah, he's on the injured list. So poor Darius, he came in and it didn't work out. But Jonathan Jones had a full practice. That's good. And Drake Jackson had a full practice. So
Yeah,
yeah,
Drake Jackson. I think he's probably got to play or else he's
he's
done.
got. I think so. Chris Rodriguez had a full practice. So
Okay.
there's some positives and some negatives. I
What
kind
about
of bummed
Tunsil?
and did not practice. And Colston Yankoff didn't practice.
Okay.
And obviously Noah Brown's out, which sucks because
Fuck no, Brown.
for the future. Who cares? But God dang, it'd be nice to have a healthy
He
Z
can't even be healthy
flanker.
for a full half.
I know. I mean, just for our poor quarterback and everybody having a good, having someone out on the perimeter to go make a team at least halfway think they got to
Yeah.
cover them.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, now who are we going to roll out there? Well, I guess it's going to be Chris Moore. So
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, some good, some bad. But I hope Laramie's okay. But hey, we got good tackles, we got good
We do.
backups.
Yep.
And if he has to sit out, it's like with Jaden Daniels, like they've made the decision
Yeah,
not
he's
to play
done.
him. And Larry Mead Tunsil, same way. Look, if there's something that's nagging and it's something that could, like with Daniels, could get re-injured. And I say the same with Terry, shut him down. Now,
Yep.
everyone else can just get out there and play. But at this
Yeah.
point, when those three guys, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Let someone else go out there and work. And I think, and nothing against Laramie, but if it's something like that, I like our backup left tackle. I think
Yeah.
Brandon Coleman, hell, he played all last year. You
And if
know,
our defense can keep doing like they played today or
yeah,
the other day, we get but they played against the Giants, I know, but they did a
yeah,
great job. They kept Jackson Dart down a little bit. He did
yeah,
have a couple runs on us. We
yeah,
we warned against that at our in our preview show. Try and box him in, but he's going to run. He had like a 7 yard
yeah,
average per run. He hit Theo Johnson for a big one. He hit
yeah,
that Daniel Bellinger, their other tight end, for like three in a row, cooking us bad. But the defense held. I was really
yeah,
happy with what they did. They forced them to have like four punts, two turnovers on down, that one at the end where they stopped them on fourth down.
yeah,
And all we had to do was knee it out. So that goes to Mikey. Mikey Samers still had that interception,
yeah,
55-yard return before the end of the first half. Right after Jalen Lane scored that touchdown on the punt, and that was good for a field goal. Other good players were like Von Miller. He got a sack, tackle for loss. Quan Martin led the team in tackles. I have
yeah,
to say that because I shit on him all the time. He did really
yeah.
good. Yep.
It's true.
And he almost had an interception. It was close. They said it wasn't. Also, to Preston Smith
Yeah,
stepped up. He had like three tackles or two tackles, two quarterback hits, tackle for loss. He even had that pass defended. Boom, swatted
yeah.
it.
I
That
know
was
that was his
awesome.
his that was his best game.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and that was for PFF. It was for the top five defensive: Antonio Hamilton, Quan Martin, not surprising, Javon Kinlaw, your boy Von Miller, and Preston Smith.
Yeah.
So the
No,
way
he
they
did great.
played was the way PFF saw it the same way, and it's kind of good. We kind of need that from our
Yeah.
defensive end position because we're really pretty much hurting at that position. So,
I think where we really dominated them too is we held them to 2 and 12 on their third downs. They just couldn't
yeah,
convert. So, and
yeah,
the other thing that hurt us, the last thing I got on here is 11 penalties for 67 yards. That
yeah,
hurt us. So
yeah.
I didn't
Well,
care
no,
for that. Plus the
yeah,
four fumbles, two of them lost.
so yeah, we lost. Who Marcus fumbled once. Who else fumbled?
Twice.
He fumbled twice. But how many did we only lost? How many did we
We
lose?
only lost two. Bill fumbled one, and the two that we didn't lose both times, Josh Connerly fell on him.
Oh, shit.
Yes,
Thank
we
God.
fumbled
Okay.
4 times and lost them twice, and the savior was Josh Connolly.
Yeah. So man, a couple fumbles. I think we had one pick.
But
But
you can't do that against other teams.
no.
It would have
Yeah,
been
the
a
Eagle.
loss. Easily would have been a loss.
Oh yeah.
Any other team but the Giants. So,
Yeah, Eagles, they would kill you. You'd
yep.
eat it. Yeah, so that was, but also, Marcus, we talked Jackson Dart, we kind of held him down from, he's pretty good. Marcus ran well too.
He
That's another
did.
good one.
He
He's
always
running
runs
good.
good.
Yeah, he does. And he picks his spots. So we need that, man. It's not like we have some powerhouse star running back. Everyone has to contribute. And I'm
Hmm.
glad to see Bill. Let's hope for some more zone blocking scheme. It plays
Yeah,
right into Bill's. That's kind of what he likes to do. So,
right on. So upcoming, we got the Eagles.
yep.
I believe that's going to be
Saturday?
at home Saturday. I get off work at 5. I may or may not have to work, depends on what they got going on. I have no idea. But either way, I'll be home by 5 and I'll be able to call the game. So join us then. And also, we're going to do a preview game on Friday,
Yeah.
regular time, right?
Yep. We'll do it Friday and we'll be ready. And just one last announcement. We have our own fantasy league,
Yes.
and congratulations to all the four teams that made it into the finals, including Scrubber and Chris. Chris is
Yeah.
a number one seed,
Yeah.
and Mr. Sticky got in, and Jaden's mom.
Yep.
So Phil got in. So hey, congratulations. Good luck to all you guys. I mean,
Yep.
that's what you play for all year, man. Is a
And
shot.
congratulations to you, too. You had like a 200-point game.
I
That was
know. Yeah,
amazing.
always at the end, man. I
Yeah.
come on strong right before the playoffs.
Wheezy played good against Jaden's mom, and
She did. Yep.
everybody did good. Veronica had to play Chris, so that's a
Bummer. Yeah. Well, I'm going to try and dominate the consolation bracket.
yeah, dude. Nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that. Play it out, play it strong. You got plenty of people on your team.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm looking pretty good. I think
and
I
Jaden's mom too. I looked at his. He's got like six top wide receivers.
I
That's
know.
kind of a strategy. If you just collect all the good wide receivers in your bench,
Yeah.
no one else can have them.
Yeah,
So
yeah, exactly. That's true. Like, well, they say, well, you can't play them all. I go, yeah, well, no, neither can anyone
yeah,
else.
that's right. And once you've gone through all the bye weeks and you don't need quarterbacks and you don't need kickers and you don't need people like
Yeah,
that, you just fill your roster with all the
yeah.
good wide receivers. So
Yeah,
pretty smart.
his draft loaded up that way. It was kind of weird. It was just kind of the way it fell.
Hmm.
Like, man, he got a lot of good ones. So, well, it's going to be pretty competitive. I
Yeah.
think you and Chris, man, both have, I think, the strongest rosters, but we'll see.
And a quick one too. Mr. Kodama got back with me. I'm going to send him the ring as soon as I get his information, and then whoever wins this year will get a 2025 fantasy league big ass ring to
Super
wear.
Bowl
And
style, diamond
yeah,
studded. Yeah.
huge. Yeah, it's glass and tinfoil, but
Hey,
it looks good.
that's all that counts, dude.
All right, BH, great
All right,
show.
man.
Thank you so much. Thanks,
All right.
everybody.
See you Friday.